On August 3rd and 4th of 2019, two cities endured sadness and tragedy. These events caused an uproar of an assumption. The mass shootings in El Paso, Texas, and Dayton, Ohio, started the controversial assumption that violent video games are the problem. Violent video games have no effect on people becoming more aggressive and violent. I will go over how the media has twisted violent acts against video games and making them the blame. How parents and reputable sources are stepping up to the assumptions, and the solutions on what we can do to help change the minds of others. I am an avid video game player who has played multiple violent video games, and I am the most thoughtful, caring, and selfless person that you will ever meet. And I would never want to put harm on anyone or anything in this world. According to Christopher Ferguson from PBS NewsHour, in his article Analysis, Why It's Time to Stop Blaming Video Games for Real-World Violence, Kevin McCarthy, the GOP House of Minority Leader, tells Fox News video games are the problem following the mass shootings of El Paso and Dayton, Ohio. But the shootings in El Paso left 21 dead, and they blamed the shooter for being a violent video gamer in the past. So the assumption that video games teaches people to kill is wrong. Ferguson also states that the assumption was in the same connection with Stoneman Douglas High School shooting on February 14th of 2018, which was a year before these two mass shootings. So the media tries to blame everything else without proven research and truth. There is absolutely no evidence that proves that violent video games are connected to these attacks. According to Robert Predit in the article study, No Evidence, Violent Video Games Lead to Real Violence, there are two types of results that is caused by video games. One is aggression towards another player, which is very short-lasting. The second is destruction of small things that could be surrounding the player. But we have to stop the assumptions, because playing video games helps kids connect. There is many benefits of kids playing video games, which builds the child's brain and can establish family relationships. According to child development specialist Cheryl Olson in the article 9 Benefits of Video Games for Your Child, playing video games can build eye-hand coordination, can teach you problem-solving skills, build social relationships, and inspire interest in history and culture. I actually have two examples of video games that are considered violent that help inspire the interest in history and culture, which one is called Assassin's Creed and the second one is called God of War. But we have to understand what aggression and violence really is. According to licensed professionals of good therapy, aggression is developed from reactiveness and defensiveness. It can be caused by stress, poverty, relationship problems, family issues, etc. Violence develops from situations and environmental factors, post-traumatic stress, bipolarness, depression. These are the reasons that can result in mental conditions that can cause violent attacks. But what can we do to help? We have to pay attention. We have to understand the differences. Set limits and restrictions to video game playing, because no sleep equals a stressful day. Play with your children on these games. Find out why they love these games. See what they're playing. See what they're learning from them. Encourage physical activity, because there's multiple gaming systems out there that are actually promoting more physical action. I know that this subject can be opinionated and controversial because the media changes everybody's minds. They want to blame something before blaming what really is the problem. Mass shootings were caused by mentally ill people who needed love and help. Studies prove that there is no connection for violent attacks in violent video games. I am physical proof, just as there's many others in this world that is physical proof. We have to understand where violence stems from. We have to prepare our upcoming generations instead of secluding them for things that they're eventually going to learn in the long run. Simple acts can change the minds of others. Thank you.